Whenever humans do something, there's an effect, and the reality is that through most of human history, we haven't been careful enough on how we use our resources.
Elizabeth was my great-great-grandmother, and she lived for some time in this house, and she was married into the Tyson family, which Isaac Tyson, my so she was the daughter-in-law of my great-great-great-grandfather, Isaac Tyson.
Well, here's the thing about this mine is that it's really unique in probably of any mine in the country. And the reason is a lot of mines are boom and bust type of things where you go in and you mine what's available and then you leave. And what's unique about this mine is it actually went from the early 1800s right up until 1958. And it mirrored the industrial development of methods and technologies that occurred in our country at the same time. So what you got is a mine that first started out primarily as a way of getting this industrial liquid that was good for a lot of different things called copperas. It was used as a mordant and dye, as a disinfectant, and was important enough in this republic of ours that President Monroe actually came to Stratford to view the copperas works.
Working backwards, my father actually worked in the mine as a driller, and just for a year or two after the Second World War, a few years before the mine closed, and he liked the job a lot. I think he learned a lot, and thought it was a good experience. And he had grown up, he didn't actually grow up here, but he helped come on his vacations and during the summer work with my great-grandfather here on the farm. They had a few milking cows, and before that my great-grandfather was he was a superintendent back at the beginning of the 20th century, and his father also had something to do with the mine, as well as my great-great-great-grandfather was Isaac Tyson, who came up and helped get the mine going when they started making copper.
I was in the 3rd or 4th grade, which would have been 1947 or 48. And I remember we had a field trip. We went to the mine. I don't remember how. But when we got there were little railroad cars. And they put several of us in a car and sent the car into the mine. I suppose probably 20 feet or so, but it seemed like a long way in at the time.
it was one of those occupations that required a lot of you. That there was an element of danger involved. There's an element of risk. And in those kind of occupations, you develop a sense of camaraderie. And there's people who did it. You know, I think a lot of them think that's one of the most important things they did in their lives. And I think to recognize and respect people who do that kind of work is really important.
Living next to the mine has been really fantastic. It's been a great playground, and even today I go up there all the time and walk around. It's really fun to see what the EPA has done, the way they've done an excellent job of reclaiming the site, really a professional, as you would expect.
Isaac Tyson, who was an early industry leader in mining and metals. He started the Baltimore Chrome Works. Tyson, Vermont's named after him. He had an iron foundry there. And in here, he was experimenting with extracting copper. And in the 1830s, he did the state-of-the-art experimental copper smelting in the world with forced air blast furnaces along what's now known as Furnace Flat. And the industrial techniques they had used were the same that they used in the 1400s in France, the exact same techniques to extract this liquid and crystallize it. And so the site's really important in that sense, in that it has the remains of that process.
The main attic, which I believe was mined during the Second World War, is quite deep. It actually goes under my house almost. And my well is 600 feet deep and probably not too far, but we've gotten our water tested quite a few times by the EPA, and it's high quality water. And but the tunneling goes down under the valley that is behind us here and across and under the hill beyond.
So I think the importance of the mine site here in Stratford is its long history, and again how it mirrored the development of mining and industrial processes in our country.